take a little break from the women and introduce our male comic for the evening. This gentleman is a very funny gentleman. He's also wandered into one of my classes one of these days, and he won't go home. And, no, he's very funny. He's been performing for quite a while, and he performs all over in Orange County. Put your hands together for just another Steve. Thank you very much. Give it up for Mike. My name is Steve Guentner, and I'm a nerd. Yeah, surprise, surprise. Yeah, do you like my shirt? Love it. Thank you. I got it at Goodwill for $5. Goodwill. You think I got a good deal? Yeah, so, welcome to Tustin, or as the realtors call it, Irvine adjacent. You know, the economy's been really tough in this area the last couple of years, right? Circuit City's out of business, restaurants are gone. Do you remember a couple years there we had a store called Chick's Sporting Goods? Yeah. Yeah, and they went out of business, and you know what they did? They sold their goods to Dick's Sporting Goods. So if you go over there now, the sign says Chicks with Dick's Sporting Goods. I like to get my dick joke out first. So, how many people here are from Tustin? For Irvine even. Where's the realtors going? Newport Beach adjacent. Irvine has 60% Caucasians and 40% Asians. It's like a nerd colony. I love it. Yeah. You know, Irvine is the safest city in the country. You know that? Here's the reason why. Because every residential street takes at least 4 turns and ends in a cul-de-sac. Crooks don't come in because they know they will never find their way out. Also, Irvine has very tough police. They will take down anybody for any reason, right? I mean, I saw 5 Irvine police tackle a 12-year-old the other day for not wearing his bicycle helmet. That's nasty. And they're like a bunch of honey badgers. There we go. That was for a few people in the background. And a few that didn't show up. So they won't hear about that. Yes. And the homeowners associations are tough, aren't they? I mean, in my neighborhood they are. There are so many Chinese Americans in my neighborhood that the homeowners association says you can only have 1 child per family. We have a gang problem in Irvine. I know some people probably don't know that. It's down at the Apple store on weekend. And that's a tough crowd too. I tried to cut in line to buy an iPad too. Someone tried to shank me with a protractor. That hurt. Does it feel a little warm in here now?
Yeah.
Excuse me a second. There, that's better. Do you like my shirt? Goodwill for $5. Well, let's talk about the news. Huh? Let's see. Did you see that the police recently caught a guy trying to smuggle 60 pounds of a erectile dysfunction drug through LAX recently? The authorities were tipped off when the drug-sniffing dog started humping everything in sight. You might have seen this. This was local last week. A 96-year-old professor and doctor at UCI died. Anybody see that story? Yeah. The paper said that he was seeing patients up till literally the day before he died.
people say, boy, that guy was really dedicated to his patients. I'm thinking at 96 years old, he probably just forgot where he lived. That's me a lot. And let's see, Lindsay Lohan. Everybody following Lindsay? Yeah, she's on Saturday Night Live tonight. Well, the judge finally gave her a letter free from probation for good behavior. Yeah, isn't that great? Yeah. Actually, what the judge really said was, her behavior's not that great, but it's way better than her parents. And let's see, finally in the news, you know, when people go through the airport, they leave a lot of spare change behind. So TSA has hundreds of thousands of dollars in spare change they don't know what to do with. So somebody in Congress, some genius, said, let's give it to our troops. Does that sound like a good idea? Why not? You know, what's bad about giving them money? Do we have anybody here that has served our country in the military? Anybody?
Right here.
Right there? Oh, excellent. What's your name?
Ron.
Ron? And what did you serve?
I was in the Army.
You were in the Army. Excellent. Give it up for Ron, serving our country.
Here's some change. Yeah, it's more than I made of. Give me that back.
I'm a comedian. That's more than I made in a year. Well, let's see. I know you guys are dying to know a little bit more about me, Steve the nerd, so let me get personal here. When I was single, I had a terrible time getting dates. You know, I talked to this one girl, and she said she likes guys that make her laugh. I'm like, great. So I asked her out. That girl laughed her ass off. And then she didn't go out with me. I was really confused. So I talked to another girl. She said she likes guys that please her orally. I'm like, super! So I told her my 3 best jokes. She didn't go out with me either. Now I was really confused. What do women really want? I heard a lot of girls say they like guys that are rich. So I figured, if I'm going to be rich, I need to learn how to save my money. Tell me, is it really that bad when you take a girl on a date for dinner that you use your entertainment book to pay for it? I was on the Vons website signing up for their new Just For You personalized coupon service. Anybody hear about that? Yeah. So I'm signing up, and at the bottom it asked me for a security question. And I was really glad, because I was really afraid that somebody might hack into my Vons account and steal my coupons. Yeah, I'm cheap. I'm proud of it. Anybody else here cheap? Yeah. I know there's at least one pastor's wife here. That qualifies. Hey, can we not tithe this year and go on a cruise? Anyway, so, yes, I'm cheap and proud of it, and so is my wife. Yeah, it's true. Once she even said, you know, honey, you're really lucky you married a woman that doesn't like to spend money. I said, sweetheart, luck had nothing to do with that. Yeah. So, you know, one way to save money is to negotiate things. Does anybody here like to negotiate? Yeah, it's going to be effective, right? You know, negotiate for cars and stuff. It doesn't always work. Okay, here's an example. I went to my urologist. I said, okay, you want to live it out? I said, I'd like a vasectomy. He says, that'll be $500. I said, I'll give you $250. And he said, okay. I'm still using condoms. At least you're awake. Okay. So let's see. So I've been married now for 25 years. When we started out, sex was great. I mean, we were doing it all the time. I mean, once a month at least. Not so much anymore. My wife surprised me the other day, though. She suggested we try a foursome. I'm not sure how that's going to help, but I'll go get my golf clubs anyway. All right, I know there's at least one golfer in the crowd. Yeah. So I came up with a better idea. We came up with a deal. If I do all the chores around the house, I can have anything I want in the bedroom. And that's working great. So far I have an Xbox, a Wii, and a big screen TV. We were out shopping for bedroom furniture the other day. And I said, "Honey, what's that thing, that really ornate pillow there? It has a $200 price tag on it." And she says, "That's a sham." I said, "Well, I can see that, but what is it?" My name is Steve Guentner. Thank you very much.
Hey, I'm getting older. How many people have noticed that? And I know I'm getting older because it's taking me longer and longer to remember to turn the turn signal off in the car, so I know I'm getting older. But I was talking about the airport and stuff, and one of the things at the airport, and one of the things I haven't been able to really kind of deal with is the fact that everything's automated. Have you noticed that? Everything's like automated. And I really hate that, you know, because I'm like in the bathroom doing jumping jacks in front of the sink trying to make the damn thing go on. And I go into the little bathroom stall, and it's the opposite in there. I just walk in, and the toilet flushes. And I go, "Oh, this is going to be fun." So I close the door, and I'm really kind of clean freak a little bit. I use one of those, I don't know what you call them, the little paper thing. I call them ass gaskets. I don't know. And so I do the little cutout thing. And you ever notice those little cutout things kind of look like a person's head? Like there's a guy in China going, "One." So I do the little cutout thing, and I put it down there, and I turn around, get ready to do my business thing there, and it flushes and goes away. Oh shit! So I get another one, and you know, it's a little bit more jagged this time because I'm a little nervous now, and so I cut out the little thing, and I put it down, and I turn around, and it flushes and goes away. And I'm starting to panic because there's only like 250 of these things. So what I did is I wet my butt. Okay? And I stuck the little paper thing to my butt. Okay? And I turned around, and I got ready to sit down and do my thing, and it flushed and it ripped it out. So I went in the sink. Are you guys ready for your next comic? Yes. The next young lady is very deserving of the ow! And she's a very sweet lady. I met her through a friend of mine, Mr. Barry Weisenberg. How many people here know Barry?
We know Barry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jew boys in the back there. I love that man. He's got horrible taste in women, I'll just say that. And I should know, I've married him. Steve's been married 25 years, I've been married something like 25 times. The lady coming to the stage, I met through Barry. We did a show.